call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go! I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta feel the tension. In my thoughts.
Welcome back, everybody. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. And if you want to support the channel, hit that join membership button. You get exclusive perks. But today we're going to be going over, it'll be just a quick video after watching some of the stuff in the joint practice of the Falcons and the Dolphins. We're looking at something that seems to be an underlying issue every single year. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know anymore what I think about this offensive line. It's starting to become something that is just a constant issue. So what I can tell you is that Austin Jackson definitely has looked a little bit better. He's not, amazing, which is what I said, but he has looked a little better coming into this year. He has blocked Jalen Phillips. I think in practice, they need to continually put Jalen Phillips on Austin Jackson, sink or swim type stuff. It's going to get him better. So in one-on-one drills, Austin Jackson was pretty good. And I'm going to talk about Austin Jackson first, and then we'll talk about Liam Eichenberg. So Austin Jackson looked okay. He was pretty good in one-on-ones. He stopped a couple of the guys. And, of course, he's showing that he has improved on some of his skill sets. He's not elite, obviously. We never thought he was going to be, but he has improved a little bit. He did let up, I think, a couple things during the 11-on-11s. But, the thing is that it's the first preseason game. We need to give him a couple more snaps, a couple more practices to get back into the fold. Because, again, he was injured most of last year, too. But what I can say is that he has looked a little bit better than he did last year. The years before, because he didn't really play last year. And he did okay when he played. The couple years before, I think his confidence was kind of gone. And at this point, he has looked like he is getting to a point of having more confidence. The same thing with Noah as the corner is that their confidence seems to be getting up there again. So what I can tell you is that he has looked to have improved. I think some people are going to jump off the gun, and it's the first. We haven't even played the first preseason game yet, and they're already going to be like, oh, crap, this is terrible, which we will for this second player. But Austin Jackson has looked a little bit better. He hasn't looked amazing. He's just looked a little bit better. And that's what I can say for that. We'll see what they want to do coming into the season. I think he's going to be the starter until he proves that he can't be, which we'll see what happens. The thing is, the way that the Dolphins approach this offensive line is starting to become kind of weird. I trust them in what they're doing. I think that Mike McDaniel puts a lot of trust in his players. Maybe some more so than others, which I think they're going to figure it out. We have to understand, probably the third preseason game, we will either add players or do something about it if it's becoming a problem. I don't think they're going to go into the season thinking that the offensive line is just, it's okay the way it is. So we'll see what Austin Jackson does. I would say the third preseason game. Then you want to start making your judgments of what we're going to do with these guys. If in the third preseason game, Austin Jackson's getting beat left and right, because most of the time, and most likely scenario is that we're going to put Austin Jackson in most of the preseason games just to, see what he can do. So want to see what he's doing. Is he okay? Is he stable? Can he block? We'll know that by the third preseason game. But what I can say is that he has gotten better at a lot of the things. A lot of the things he has definitely, it's shown improvement. He's much more agile. He's doing a lot better. I can say that if he keeps growing at what he's at right now, then I will be okay with him being there, because you have Robert Hunt that's doing really, 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 really good. He's been one of the, people want to say that Greer always missed on his picks, or picks for offensive line, but Robert Hunt has been doing fantastic. I think Robert Hunt is turning into one of our better offensive linemen. But yeah, Austin Jackson, we'll see what he does. We'll see what he improves on. But I think he's doing an okay job. He's not terrible, which will lead into our next guy, which our left guard spot. Boy. Liam Eichenberg seems to be the starter at this point, and I don't think that's going to be the way it is coming into this season. I really do think that Liam Eichenberg has just the lights are on, but no one's home. I don't think he's going to get to that point where he can be. I think he should be the backup center for Connor Williams. I think we are going to do something. I think we're going to see. I think what's happening right now is we're going to see preseason game 1 what he does. He's going to be in probably most of the game. And if he doesn't get his stuff together, I think we're just going to go and find another player. I think they're trying to have confidence in him. He's a second-round pick, but what I'm seeing in a lot of the practices and the training camps and all that stuff is that he just is not improving. I mean, if anything, he's just in a downward spiral right now where the confidence is gone. He kind of just doesn't look like he even wants to be out there because he just doesn't have that confidence to him anymore. That it's tough to watch. But like I said, I think we need to figure out something with Liam Eichenberg because he's going to get to it injured. I think we need to figure out that left guard spot. Obviously, people are saying with Teron Armstead he'll be better, but I just think we need to get someone else to fill in that spot because it's too risky, man. It's too risky to have Tua, having such a weak spot on the offensive line. Like, he is such a weak spot. And for him to be starting on the depth chart. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, but all I keep hearing is that he's struggling right now. So I'm a little worried about the left guard spot. I think all the other ones, Teron Armstead, Connor Williams, Robert Hunt, I think those are secure. And I think Austin Jackson is going to showcase that he can start at that position. And if not, we'll get Taylor Lewan because he's still out there. That could be always an option. But that left guard spot, it's tough, man. I don't really know who we're putting over there and what we want to do with it. So I think the plan is, and what I'm going to tell you guys, the plan is probably going to be preseason 2 or preseason 3 game. That's when we're going to start making the decisions because, of course, at one point we have to cut down to 53. So we have to sign some players. And also, that's another thing, is that when people cut all their players, that's when we'll figure out who we want to sign and who we want to get in here. We'll see. I think the only thing is right now is if Austin Jackson keeps playing the way that he's playing and keeps growing, then we'll have just one weak link on the offensive line, which I think that is manageable. We can figure that out. We have depth behind everything. But yeah, I think the left guard spot is really the priority going into this preseason game, is that we need to see what we're doing here at left guard. I don't think Tua is going to play, but we need to see what we're doing here at left guard. We need to put all the guys out there. We need to see who plays the best and who can really manage the game the best of all. I think we're all right with offensive line if we just get that position solidified. The left guard is it's a turnstile right now. Austin Jackson's doing a little bit better. If he keeps growing, I'm okay with it. It's exactly what I thought it would be. He would be a solid player if he just keeps growing, keeps doing what he's doing. Because again, if you look at one-on-ones and all that, he is doing good. He is stopping people. He's putting Jalen Phillips on his back. He's making improvements, which if you see that, that's good. That's good. He has his confidence. He's getting there. Of course, every offensive lineman gets beat every once in a while. It's going to happen. It's not like Austin Jackson's never going to let up a sack in his life. Teron Armstead lets up sacks. So does Connor Williams. So does Robert Hunt. So does some of the best offensive linemen in the league. It's what happens. But it looks like he has made improvements to his game, so I'm okay with that. But the left guard, we need to figure this out. It's rough right now. It is not looking good, so we'll see what happens. I think, again, everybody has to wait for the second preseason game. If we see that, none of our left guards are really doing a whole bunch of nothing, or any of the offensive linemen, whatever offensive lineman is, we're going to make a change, and we're going to get somebody. But I think they want to see what we have first in them, and then we'll see what we got. But I think they're already starting to see with Liam Eichenberg that he's a backup player. He's not doing well. He's not a starter, and it's been too many years that his confidence, and he just keeps looking worse and worse every year. So we'll see what happens. But hope you have a great rest of your day. As always, fins up, baby. Peace.